Virgo, and welcome to your September 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or your return viewer or subscriber. Thank you, and I hope this message resonates for you. If you find that it isn't resonating, then remember it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. If you don't know what that means and you want help or need help finding your birth chart, you can contact me and I'll help you do that. All right, guys, so this is the September love reading. So happy birthday to my September Virgos. Okay, guys, happy birthday. And I hope everybody's enjoying the last few days of summer, official days of summer. I know everybody feels like once school starts, summer is over, but no, it's not. Okay, we have a few more days where it's officially summer. So let's go ahead and get into this monthly love reading, okay? So unlike the relationship reading, this one is open to everyone. If you have no love in your life right now, you may at least get some type of guidance from the advice card. So let's go ahead and see what's up, okay? First card is going to represent your current energy. And we've got the Knight of Swords, okay? The next card is going to represent your challenge, okay? What's challenging that Knight of Swords energy? We've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Next card represents what you're coming out of, the past energy. We've got the Hermit, all right? Next card represents your future energy. We've got the Five of Wands. Next card represents what you want. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Next card represents what your internal factors are, and we've got the Page of Swords. The next card represents the advice for the reading. We've got the Eight of Wands. Next card represents external factors. We've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. And the next card represents your hopes and your fears. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And the last card is going to represent the outcome. And lo and behold, you've got the Ten of Cups. Virgo, it's about darn time, okay? Because you guys have been on something. I don't know what's been going on with the Virgo readings, but it's just like, it's almost like the Da Vinci Code with your readings sometimes. It's like there's layers upon layers. Maybe it's just the different types of Virgos watching the different Virgo energies, but there's been a lot. There's been a lot going on for you guys for some time now, since like last year now. So Ten of Cups is looking good. Let's see how we get there, because I'm seeing a lot of, like, you know, there's some conflicts here, but, you know, there's some balance. All right, so your current energy, we've got the Knight of Swords, okay? The Knight of Swords is like the knight in shining armor in some cases, all right? So this may be a situation where you're dealing with someone who's either sweeping you off your feet or vice versa. You're going to sweep somebody off their feet. But the Knight of Swords is also about, I feel like, clear communication, okay? I feel like whenever you see a sword, it's about communicating, and it's about clearing things up and clearing the air, okay? So it could be a situation where, you know, you are clearing the air either with someone, or it's just like the stage is set and primed for you to, you know, meet someone new and be in a relationship, okay? But I really feel like it's a fast-moving romance, okay? It could be like a whirlwind romance, somebody that you met and they just set your heart on fire. Or, you know, it could be a situation where you are starting to have feelings for a person. Because Knights, it's about thoughts, right? Swords, I should say, are about thinking and thoughts. So in a love situation, the Knight of Swords is where thinking and feelings kind of intersect, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Three of Cups in the reverse. So this could be a situation where, you know, if it's not about a third-party situation, right, then the Three of Cups in the reverse is about gossip. It's about, like, people, you know, in your people in your business, okay? But also the Three of Cups. It could be a situation like if you're having a whirlwind romance, it's almost like too much of a good thing, okay? Maybe you guys are doing too much. You're like partying all the time. It's like excesses. When you see some of the cups in reverse, like the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups, sometimes it points to an excess in celebrating, in love. So, it could be a situation where you're just going overboard with this particular situation or this particular person, okay? Because maybe you're just that excited about them. Especially if they're giving you that Ten of Cups type of feeling, right? Now, let's move on to what the challenge is for this situation. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, we have someone who could be a little bit jealous, okay? We have someone who is not satisfied or not happy with their current situation, with their current relationship status or, love life or whatever the case is. So maybe this is a situation where you have to be careful, especially with this. I see you coming out of the Hermit energy. So if there was a time, like for those of you who had been single for a long time, sometimes you have to be careful, right? Not to rush into something because you're ready to stop feeling like this, if this is your energy. Now, what I mean is, if you're unhappy being single, or if you're unhappy with the way things are, and then you meet somebody that you really like, and then you try to like go gung-ho with that situation because you've been feeling like this for too long, that's, you want to be careful. So I feel like that may be the challenge for some of you. For others, though, the challenge may be that this may represent a particular person. So there may be someone who is jealous of the fact that you are in this new situation that is making you feel so good or making you happy, or, you're going overboard. So let's go ahead and clarify that. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, okay? So I feel like definitely it could be like a change. Like you could have maybe moved away from one person and moved towards another person, and this person is not happy about it, all right? The Wheel of Fortune represents that things are changing. So whatever, if things were good before, now they're not good. And if they were not good before, now they're moving in a new direction. So I feel like your challenge is just to not get sucked back into that negative, disappointing type of energy, whether it was your own or whether it's someone else's, okay? Now, moving on to your past energy, and we've got the Hermit, okay? So the Hermit is about taking some time to reflect, okay? Taking some time to reflect on, your love life, your situation, what's going on with you. So if this is a situation where you are coming out of a breakup, or you're coming out of a period where you've kind of been to yourself, then you're probably really excited about this new person, this new development, of this person that's kind of sweeping you off your feet. Now, for some of you, you could be rekindling things. This could be someone from your past, okay? So let's go ahead, we clarify that, and we get the Queen of Cups. All right, so some of you could have been in a situation with a water sign, or maybe some of you took a break from the water sign. Maybe it was just even a mental break. This person may not even have realized that there was a break happening. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a breakup or a physical break, but maybe there was just some time where when I think of the Hermit, I think of that loner type of energy, when you don't feel like talking, and you don't feel like going out, you don't feel like doing anything. No, not tonight, maybe next week, or, whatever the case is. So if you had that kind of energy, maybe that was to reflect on a situation that you were going through with someone who is the Queen of Cups to you, okay? And the Queen of Cups, we know, as a person, the Queen of Cups is loving, of course. The Queen of Cups is, what am I trying to say about the Queen of Cups? She's very feminine, of course, okay? And she is very emotional, okay? She is ruled by her emotions. And so sometimes, a person like that, especially when they make you feel good, it's hard to tell like where you end and where they begin, right? So it's almost like maybe you were, either you were getting your emotions right, okay, Virgo, or you were getting yourself right for this particular Queen of Cups person, okay? Or you were taking a break from this person who was the Queen of Cups, okay? For some of you, maybe this Queen of Cups is this past relationship that you're trying to rekindle right now, okay? Moving on to your future energy, we got the Five of Wands, okay? So here we go with multiple people, whether this is third-party situations or whether it's just multiple people in your relationship causing trouble, okay? Giving their opinions, what they think. If it's someone from the past and there's some type of controversy about this, which is causing gossip, then, that may continue going forward, causing you conflicts in the future. All right. The Five of Wands can also indicate like, like people who get, some couples get off on like arguing. It's like you have intellectual conversations and then it turns into like a battle of wills, kind of. That can also be indicated by the Five of Wands. So maybe a situation where you're with someone who you guys like to argue because you like to make up afterwards, right? So let's go ahead and clarify that. We got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? Here's another three in the reverse. So there's definitely, for some of you, not for everybody, there is a situation where some of you may be going through third-party situation, okay? But if not, the Three of Pentacles can represent a lack of cooperation, a lack of teamwork. So maybe in the future, there's some issues with you guys as far as, getting this person to be on the same page with you or vice versa. Okay? Now, moving towards what you want. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So it seems like, Virgo, you don't want to really have to commit to something right now, okay? With the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's about not being the person that is dependable and relied on, okay? So it's almost like you're not looking for anything serious right now. So maybe this is just a whirlwind affair that you're trying to have, okay? Whether it's an affair because you're already in a relationship or whether it's just you being single and finding someone that you really like but not really being ready, to commit, whether that's like just commitment issues or whether that's a conscious decision, okay? Let me go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So I think you've got some healing that you need to do. I think you need to heal, okay? So that's a good sign because you know that you need that time. So even though you've met somebody that you really, really like, right, you're not really over whatever a situation has hurt you, okay? There was something that you're really trying to get over and you're not over it yet. So once again, like I said, you want to be careful with that Nine of Pentacles in reverse, that you're not just jumping into something and going all, ham and head over heels with someone just because you've been feeling bad and you want to feel better. Okay, moving on to internal factors, okay, what's driving you, whether it's consciously or unconscious, subconsciously, we have the Page of Swords, okay? So the Page of Swords can represent suspicion, all right? The Page of Swords can represent, like, spying on someone, you could either be internet dating, okay? You could have met someone over the internet, or it's a situation where you're, like, maybe on somebody's Facebook page seeing what they're up to, keeping tabs on them, all right? Whether this is this new person, right? And you're just like, hey, what is this person up to? There's a tinge of paranoia connected to this Page of Swords, okay? But also with the Page of Swords, it could be about feeling defensive about something or someone, right? So it's like either you're defensive over people being in the situation or you're defensive over the fact that you're in this new situation. It's the same thing, I guess. Let me go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords is transitioning. It's about, kind of moving away from negative and stagnant situations. All right, the Six of Swords is about moving and not being in a rut. If you feel like you've been stuck in a rut or kind of like, alone, then it's moving away from that. Okay, the Six of Swords can also be that you're moving away from past hurt. So just with this Ten of Swords in reverse, there's something that you're trying to get away from. Maybe someone who is suspicious of you. Maybe someone who's prying into your life. Maybe this person that I mentioned before that may be jealous of you and your situation. You're trying to move away from that negativity. Okay, moving on to the advice now for this reading, and we got the Eight of Wands. So when I see the Eight of Wands, right, I think of kind of love is in the air, okay? And it's almost like you are very excited. I feel like this Eight of Wands is tying into this whole whirlwind romance type of feeling, okay? The Eight of Wands is like Cupid's arrows, right? They're shooting and flying through the air and they're going to hit you. So I feel like this is kind of telling you to kind of go for it, all right? It's like basically if you're feeling this intensity about someone or something, then you should go for it, right? And so, if this is a situation where there's someone that you really want, Virgo, someone that you feel like really makes you happy, as long as you're not being hasty, right? As long as you're not rushing in, then you should go for it, okay? But just make sure you're not, like fools rush in. Make sure you're not rushing something. So, I think if you've been unhappy for a period of time, or if you've been alone for a period of time and you meet someone that makes you happy, or, if you've been down in your relationship for some period of time and now you're ready to re-engage and rekindle things, then go for it. Show that person how you feel. Show that person how how intensely you feel about them. Okay? Moving on to external factors. And we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. So the Five of Swords in the reverse, it's funny because it's almost like it's a situation where it's someone laying down their swords, okay? It's, no more fighting. Trying to find harmony after a period of fighting, right? But the Five of Swords can also indicate someone who is stubbornly sticking to a point. And it's to the detriment of a relationship or a situation. So if you're dealing with someone who is, not able to let go of something, who's very angry or very negative, then let me go ahead and clarify that. I think that's one of those things where the card has such differing meanings that let's go ahead and clarify that. We get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there's someone, and because I'm connecting this with this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse energy, I feel like there's someone who's jealous of your situation. Whether you're moving on from this person, okay, or whether this is someone who hasn't gotten over you. Like I said, if you're in a third-party situation, there's one person who is very jealous of whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And it's because they were not able to manifest what they wanted to manifest with you. And they see you being happy with somebody else and they don't like it. And so this person could be causing people to gossip about you. This person could be the reason why other people are interfering. Maybe this is the person who is trying to interfere in your relationship. So maybe the third party is not so much about cheating. It's just the fact that there's this third person who, because of their jealousy and the fact that they are not able to let you go or, don't want to see you happy, they're interfering in your situation. All right. And definitely there is someone that's hurt you, Virgo, and left you feeling very negative. So that person may be causing some troubles for you. But for others of you, I feel like there's a situation where, if you are moving away from one person, whether it's third party or not, You know, whether you've been separated from someone and now you're moving on to the next person and that last person isn't happy. It's like they're causing you problems, okay? I don't think it's the new person. I think you're very happy with the current person. I think that's the person that you want to go after, that you want to sweep off their feet, right? That you feel like this Ten of Cups feeling with. I just feel like there's someone else that's just sitting back like, oh, hell no. If I can't have you, no one can. You know, that kind of energy. All right. Moving on to your hopes and your fears. You hope that you're hoping for the Queen of Pentacles. So you're hoping for a loving, caring, nurturing, stable, secure type of situation. Bottom line. Okay. So, you know, even though you're maybe not mentally ready for the commitment, I think you're ready for a situation that offers you some warmth and some love and some security. I think maybe you're coming out of a situation, or you have been in the past in situations that left you feeling a little bit insecure. Or if not, you know, like I said, for those of you who've just been single for a long time, you're ready for that devotion that comes with a relationship from someone else. Okay, you're ready to deal with someone who has that Queen of Pentacles type energy. Unfortunately, you're just not in a place where you're ready to give that commitment back to someone. All right, so the best thing to do would to be honest, you know, especially if you're not trying to cheat and it's just a situation where you're still healing from a past hurt. No one can be mad at you if you're honest about that. No one can be mad at you for wanting love. We all want love. The only thing that people cannot respect you for is if you're not honest about the fact that you're not ready to commit, or you're not honest about the fact that you might already be in another situation, whether you're separated or you're coming out of it, or you're just flat out, you know, not happy in it and then trying to find happiness with someone else. Whatever the situation is, that's 3 different scenarios, guys, okay? So whatever the situation is, you still want someone who's going to be very loving and warm and nurturing towards you, okay? Clarify that, and we get the 6 of Cups. So I definitely think for some of you, it's someone from the past, okay? But if it's not someone from the past, then it's someone you want, that like soulmates, nostalgic, I feel like I've known you for my whole life type of feeling. Okay, but for some reason, I do think that for some of you, it is someone from the past because, you know, with this Hermit card, which can also indicate rekindling with someone from the past, and the fact that, you know, there may be some gossip surrounding the situation, and maybe someone that people are just like, wow, never thought they would work it out, or never thought they would get back together. It could be something like that also. All right, and ultimately, you do have the 10 of Cups here. Okay, you do have the 10 of Cups. So you do reach emotional fulfillment somehow, right? You do reach emotional satisfaction. Now, you know, the 10 of Cups, it's about getting to that love and that happiness and that happy family type of energy, okay? The 10 of Cups and love, yes, it's about coming together. It could be with someone that you have children with, or it could be, you know, a blending of families, okay? Especially when I see the 6 of Cups here. So it could be a situation where you're blending families. You have children, they have children. You guys are coming together. But the 10s of each suit can also, you know, be like going overboard, right? Because it's the completion, it's the culmination. So it could be like daydreaming, okay? The 10 of Cups could be about daydreaming, fantasies, wishful thinking. So maybe you want to be careful with this person, especially if you're dealing with a new person, or if you're wanting to sweep somebody off their feet. You know, you kind of want to make sure that they want to get swept off their feet by you and that they're ready for that. You know, this, with what you want here being the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, maybe you don't realize that the person that you want is not ready for a commitment. So maybe you're ready for the commitment, Virgo, but this other person is not ready. All right, and you want them. So let me go ahead and clarify Interesting. We got the Ten of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse, okay? So definitely a situation where I feel like you need to be careful of fantasizing or romanticizing a situation that is feeling really good to you right now, okay? And it could be something that pans out to something more, but you don't want to jump the gun, all right? You don't want to rush into it. Now, once again, if you're rekindling with something from someone from the past, it's like somebody, either you or them, one of you may not quite be mentally ready for, you might not be mentally ready for the commitment. Now, if this is a situation where it's someone from the past that you hurt, Virgo, I think that that person is the one that's not ready for the commitment because they still haven't healed from that hurt. All right, so emotionally, you guys may be on the same page, but as far as creating something that is stable, insecure, all the pentacles in this reading are in the reverse. So there's a lack of stability in any situation, no matter how many you've got going on. If you've got one situation, things are kind of, you got to work on that foundation, okay? You got to work on the security and the stability of the situation. If you're dealing with multiple people, well, then, of course, there's definitely a lack of stability because it could be that, whether one person knows and they're upset and they're causing problems for you, whatever the case is, I feel like there's a lack of stability, and I do feel like there's someone that is jealous and trying to perhaps cause issues or causing gossip or whatever. I know there's two threes here, which, yes, they do indicate third parties. And yes, I do have a recurring theme for these Virgo videos. So there is someone watching, and, there are people who email me and tell me, yeah, I am in a third party situation. I'm separated or whatever the case is. So it may not be you, okay? You may not be a cheater, but there are people who, I'm sorry, who watch this channel who are in those type of situations. Now, if you're not, like I said, I really feel like it's someone meddling. All right, so definitely there's third-party situations going on for some, and for some, there's definitely someone who's meddling, and I think it's because of jealousy. And jealousy and the fact that you're creating happiness with someone else, or they see you being happy with someone else, and they were not able to, manifest that same type of happiness with you. Okay, guys, but once again, I feel like the advice card is telling you to go for it, just to be careful, okay? The Eight of Wands is all about energy. There's a lot of sexual chemistry. Like I said, it's Cupid's arrow. You just want to make sure that you're not rushing a situation. All right, Virgo, so that is your monthly love reading. Guys, let me know in the comments whether you're a Virgo or you're cross-watching, what your situation is. If you would like a more personalized reading, feel free to contact me. You can leave a comment or you can hit me up in my email, divinelovetarot@gmail.com. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Virgo.